Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Victor Chen. I'm the Director of Product at Splashtop. And just a little background on Splashtop. It's a Silicon-based company which was actually founded in Silicon Valley that provides remote access and remote support capabilities globally. We provide cloud-based solutions as well as some on-premise and provide it in a secure and easily managed scenario. Our customers vary between enterprises, academic institutions, small businesses, IT professionals, and even prosumers. So this topic, I think many of you will kind of agree with. There's a large increase in Apple devices being used in enterprise as well as education. So why is that the case? There's actually basically two reasons why. One is, as you know, Apple's been very strong in education already. A lot of these students who have been using Apple devices are graduating and joining the workforce. So when they do, they find that using Apple devices are more productive for them. So that taken into account, corporations are growing and making more Apple devices available to their employees. In addition to that, the past year or two with COVID, everyone's working from home. Again, and in that case, Apple is very strong in the consumer market. So they tend to use Apple devices when they need to connect back into their corporate systems or even connect into the corporate networks. Doing that, again, the IT of the corporations need to be able to support those Apple devices. So that's creating an additional increase in Apple devices used in the enterprise environment. And obviously, because of that scenario, and all of the software solutions are aware of it, they are adding better and better support for Apple devices. So those are the trends that we're seeing. So what really sets apart an Apple optimized solution versus one that's not? One obvious one is feature parity with Windows PCs. Being able to support all the same functions and features that you can do on a Windows machine, you should be able to do on this Apple machine as well. The other one is being able to support Apple. So sometimes there are different requirements from the Apple systems, security being one of them. As an example, with Catalina and on, there were additional security features that are enabled or added to the Mac systems. And so being able to work within those security requirements and quickly support the functionality for the customers really sets apart the solutions. So how do you choose the right product for you? Well, obviously the first one is being able to have ease of use. Being able for an end user to just pick it up and start using it is really valuable, because unless you plan it to be only used for a elite few tech staff, then you're going to either need to do lots of training or just limiting the usage of the software. So you really want the product that's easy to use. Next one is pretty obvious too. In corporations, there's always more than one type of device. Yes, Macs are growing, but there's still Windows devices, Android devices, and even iOS devices. So being able to support all these different platforms is something you really want to look for in a software solution. And last but not least is integrations. Being able to use this software solution with other software that you actually use as one of your other tools is going to be a big win, because they'll be able to work together more easily and make your employees more productive by that ease of assimilation. So those are and just an example of that scenario with Jamf. Splashtop and Jamf work together to create a deployment guide. So being able to document out how you can use Jamf to efficiently and effectively push out all of the software agents for Splashtop, so that they'll be available and be able to get remote access going as quickly as possible. Okay, now that I've given you a little bit of background on all the different reasons to choose software, I'm going to give you a little information about some of our Splashtop products. So SplashUp Enterprise is actually one of our flagship products. It incorporates both the ability to work from home as well as remote support capabilities like remote management, being able to configure different users, have access to different machines, being able to remote into servers and be able to support them and manage them, um, as well as other ad hoc in terms of like help desk scenarios, being able to support customers that don't even have anything pre-installed and then being able to remote in and connect into them. In addition to that, we also have other key features and like single sign-on capability. That is the ability to use SAML 2.0 to integrate with IDP services so that it's all of the login credentials are stored and saved in one location. So it's actually easy to use so that the end user only has to remember one set of credentials, as well as more secure because it's all kept by that one location. The other product that we recommend is SplashUp SOS. That's more for customers that are IT support related and they're more help desk scenarios. So nothing pre-installed on the devices. They download an agent either from a website or actually from the App Store. And then once they do, they run it, it generates a code, and then they provide the code to the technician. Technician uses that code to connect in, and once they're in, then they can help resolve the customer's issues, while looking at their screens and doing whatever they need to do to resolve their solution. Okay, so that concludes my presentation, and I'd like to thank you, the audience, for their time. I also like to thank Janak for the opportunity to present. Here we have the emails, phone numbers, as well as a special JNUC website for people who have more questions and concerns. Additionally, I'll be on the chat, so I'm available for if you have sent any chat messages during this presentation. Feel free to ask me. Again, thank you for your time and have a great afternoon.